Hello everyone, my name is Kristina. Thank you for joining me today in your yoga practice. Today we're going to just work on focusing on springtime and getting grounded. So we're going to start in a seated position today. If you'd like to use a block to sit on, we're going to just do a little bit of breathing and breath work before we start our movement. So just getting any props that you feel would make you more comfortable to stay sitting for just a few breaths. So not too long, but if you like some props, feel free to get some. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to come to an easy seat or an easy seat with a prop. Let the hands just come to rest wherever's comfortable. Take a moment to close your eyes if it feels safe. Connect with the body. Start to connect with the breath. Maybe reaching the crown of the head up towards that ceiling. Letting the shoulders rest down heavy towards the floor. Just noticing how you're feeling right now. Starting to deepen the breath a little bit on the inhales and exhales. Breathing through the nose if that feels comfortable today. Tuning into how the breath feels as it comes into the body on the inhale, down the throat, into the lungs and the belly space. Noticing how it also feels as it comes back through the body on the exhales. On your next inhale, opening the eyes. Bring the hands up towards the throat chakra or your heart chakra, whatever feels most comfortable for you today. And we're going to focus on a little bit more breath work. We're going to focus on our lotus mudra. So we're going to bring the base of your palms together, and then our pinkies are going to touch and our thumbs are going to touch. And then we're going to have our lotus open here. So something that you can do, and an alternative to just holding the pose here, is you can inhale when it is open, and then you can exhale as you close the fingers together. If that feels comfortable to you, feel free to do that while we work through this breath. If you'd prefer to just leave your lotus mudra open, then do that. So decide for you what feels best. Closing the eyes again if that feels comfortable to you. And then just inhaling and exhaling while you're holding that lotus mudra. Starting to envision the things that remind you of spring. Maybe that is birds, the birds that migrate back north in the springtime, and the songs they sing to us. Maybe you notice or remember in springtime how the grass starts to turn from shades of brown back to green. Maybe springtime is a time you look forward to seeing little blossoms on the trees and in the ground and in the gardens. Maybe your garden. Maybe you're looking forward to grounding yourself and digging into that dirt in the springtime and planting something, letting something new grow. Maybe there's something else that you visualize when you think of spring. Just bring that to mind as you continue to breathe in through the Lotus Mudra and out. Maybe you notice the breath slowing down, taking longer inhales and exhales. And now letting that visualization go on your next exhale. Staying with our mudra. And now envisioning something you'd like to plant in yourself for spring. That's something new or something you'd like to re-spark in yourself this spring. Maybe you've just been trying to re-spark some energy to walk outside as the sidewalks become more clear. Maybe there's an area of your house you enjoy sprucing up in the spring. So bring to mind what that will look like for you and the feeling that you'll have when that's done or when it's come into practice. Maybe that's brought a smile to your face. Taking one big inhale here and an exhale. Opening the eyes, shaking out that mudra. So let's let that go. Let's get a little wiggle there. If you have a prop or a block underneath the hips, let's remove that. Come back down to that easy seat and extend those legs and just give them a little wiggle. Let's bring some blood back into the body. You can inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale down. And then bring those knees underneath you. Finding a nice grounded tabletop. So we're going to do a little bit of movement here to help us feel a little bit grounded this time of the year into spring as there's lots of changes in the weather. I'm going to come through some cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly for cow pose. Exhale, round the back, cat. Inhale, back through cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Then inhale back to that neutral spine for your tabletop. And then grounding the fingers, right? So thinking about those fingers being roots of a plant or a tree, really getting grounded. Spread those fingers out nice and wide like the roots of a big tree. Tuck those toes under. Maybe you've even brought those hands a handprint forward if that feels good to you. And then exhale, finding your downward dog, but keeping all four parts of the body connected. So feeling nice and strong and supported through the feet and the hands here. Taking a couple of breaths, maybe taking a couple of movements. But even as you move here, notice the support you feel through the hands or the toes. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, come up to that forward fold, nice and slow. And then really ground down through the feet. Feel connected. Keep those hands connected here too. And then just get nice and deep in your fold. Bend those knees as much as feels good. Let your body feel supported with your legs. Maybe your heart, your chest, or your belly is resting on the thighs, the hands, feeling connected with the mat, even if it's just the fingertips. We're going to inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up to that strong mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a moment here to close the eyes if it feels comfortable, setting an intention for practice. I'll offer up the intention that comes back to the beginning of practice and just that chance of planting something or re-sparking something new in you, something that brings a smile to your face. Taking one more breath in and out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to downward dog. Again, feeling nice and supported through all 4 parts of the body, connected with the mat, the toes, the feet, any parts of the foot touching the mat, and the hands. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it out. One more inhale. Looking forward this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. So moving through some poses you probably know. Downward dog, forward fold, mountain. Getting your base ready. It's where we have to start when we are starting something new. When we're feeling grounded, we need to have a strong foundation. So getting comfortable and familiar with those poses that we often see through a yoga practice. Our downward dog, focusing on the points connected with the mat. Feeling right now how your feet feel on the mat. Do you notice the texture? Do you notice the temperature? Maybe you notice that your mat is soft, or if it's squishy. Maybe you have a thin mat and you can feel the floor below the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full plant the hands. Step back to downward dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain again. Exhale, hands to heart center. So as we start to grow, our body might change or our mindset might change. So we're going to stay grounded, right? We're on our mat, we're in mountain pose. We're going to come to tree pose, but we're going to stay in a nice strong tree. So we're going to use our kickstand for tree pose today. So we're going to bring that right knee out towards the side, and our right heel is going to come onto our left ankle. Maybe it comes a little lower. Maybe it stays all the way on the mat. You just have a slight bend in the knee here. So do what feels most supported to you. So in tree pose, sometimes we come to our fullest extent, which maybe is our leg on the inside of our thigh or our calf. We're going to stay nice and grounded here, knowing that a sapling tree has just some small roots. So just a little bit down there holding it up. And then we're going to grow our branches. So we're going to stay nice and rooted with both feet on the mat. Inhale those arms up. And maybe your branches today are just straight up. You're just starting to grow. Maybe your branches are starting to come out a little bit. So find a position for your hands that feel like a match to where you're at in this spring season. Are you ready to just fully come out and start something new? Are you still here? Or maybe you're still here and you're just starting to think of planting that seed and what that seed might be for you. So tuning in here, feeling grounded, feeling connected with the feet, and knowing that your hands and the fingers coming out are just an extension. It's all connected. Taking one more big breath here, and bringing that knee back to the center. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step back to that downward dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your strong mountain again. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to tree on the other side. Again, keeping this a nice, small rooted tree. So we're going to bring that left knee out to the left side. Left heel is going to connect with your right leg or your ankle. And then staying right here. Again, if this is where you feel you need to be or where you're at, you can bring those branches straight up like a young sapling, just starting to grow tall. Or maybe you've already fully embraced some parts of that and you're extending outwards. So think about where you're at. Tune into yourself. Tune into where you are going this spring in whatever area of your life you're going in or you're working in. And just settle in there. Do what feels good to your body and to you right now. Take one more big inhale and an exhale. Inhale, bring that knee back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to downward dog. 2 big inhales and exhales here. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. Moving through that all one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, keeping the arms up if you'd like, or bringing them to heart center. Inhale that right knee over to the right side. Find your tree pose here. Just staying for 2 breaths this time. Maybe you feel even stronger the second time through. On your next inhale, bring that knee back to center. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain again. Exhale, hands can stay up or come to heart center. Coming right to tree on the left side. So inhaling and bringing that knee over to the left. Left heel comes to the right leg. And then finding that place for your hands that feels safe and comfortable for you. Staying here for 2 breaths. And then inhaling that knee back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to downward dog. Last time here. 2 breaths. And then bringing those knees to the mat. Walking the knees towards the sides of the mat. Letting the big toes touch behind you. Letting the hips come down towards the heels. Maybe they even rest on the heels. And then walking the hands forward. Letting the head come to rest on a block if you have one, or just right on the mat. Or you can lay one hand on top of the other if that feels comfortable here. So again, just getting reconnected with yourself. Sometimes in life, as we get busy, we think we need a really hard, strong workout, when sometimes we really just need some really strong grounding poses. And by strong, I mean connected. Connected with yourself, connected with your mat, connected in the moment. Maybe lingering in a pose to really notice how it feels instead of moving so quickly from one to the other. Taking 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back up. And then coming around onto your back, however you'd like to get there. Hugging the knees into the chest. And letting both knees fall to the right side. Maybe you'd like to tuck that right hip under. Extend that left arm out long. Gaze can be straight up at the ceiling, or you can bring it over the left shoulder. You could have eyes closed. Right hand can rest on the left leg. Coming into a supine twist. Inhaling the knees back to center. And then letting both knees fall to the left side. Extending the right arm out long. Maybe left hand comes to rest on the right knee. Inhaling the knees back to center. Giving yourself a nice big hug here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, forehead towards the knees. And then inhale, extending out nice and long. Getting connected here with the mat. Finding your Shavasana. Knowing that when we are done, I will bring you back out. So letting the body rest nice and heavy here on the mat. Getting connected. Closing the eyes. Letting the head feel heavy. Maybe open and close the mouth. Relax the jaw and the neck, the shoulders. Let the entire arm get heavy on the mat, even the hands and fingers. And the other arm get heavy on the mat. Let the mat support your back and your hips and your legs. Let the feet become heavy. Let them fall out towards the side. Just settle in. No longer controlling the breath, letting it just go back to its natural pattern. Taking a nice big inhale here. And an exhale. And then gently bring some movement back to the body. Moving the fingers and toes, the wrists, the ankle. Maybe you take a nice big long stretch from the fingers all the way to the toes. And then when you're ready, hugging that all back in, coming to rest on your right or left side. Finding your embryo pose. Your seed pose. This is your pose to restart. To plant whatever you need to plant within yourself. That you are your own seed that can grow in whatever direction you need to. When you're ready, coming to a seated position, the top of the mat, gazing down at the mat, our eyes closed, letting the hands rest on the knees or the floor. Bringing the hands up overhead. Nice big inhale, fill up. Exhale, thumbs to the forehead, the third eye. May you always have the knowledge to know that you are enough. Bringing the thumbs to the lips. May you only speak kindly of yourself. Bringing the hands to the heart center. Take with you today whatever you need to plant that seed in yourself. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in your practice. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.